So, once again, I welcome everyone to this event. The Methodology Research Group, in collaboration with Destiny Helpers, is organizing this program of microbiology introduction and practical sensitization program. And the program currently has a schedule. Number one is arrival of students from university school. And then number two, and you have already arrived, so number one is done. Then number two is welcome address by the HOD of the Department of Microbiology, the person of Professor I. Osuli. So let's clap for him as he comes up to take.
Good morning, our dear guests from school. Good morning, our students. You are all welcome to the Department of Microbiology, University of Ibadan. So our main duty here as microbiology. I believe you are in test class now.
Yes, sir.
Test 1 to test 3. 2 and 3. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So I get 2 and 3. Now you are doing the subject of physical science. Then you have element of biology, physics, you have element of chemistry, and physics. How you are doing something like work, sport, distance, those are part of the physics. And you are doing something like chemical energy and chemical change, physical change. That's part of the chemistry. And you are doing something like checking your environment, looking at the living things you can find around. That's part of the biological aspect. So at your level, at secondary school level now, at DSS level, you are doing what is called integrated science. And that comprises of physical and biological science. Physical science and biological. Physical, let's say non-living. All those aspects of chemistry, physics, they are non-living science. Then we have the biological now, where we belong. So biological now is very wide, just like the physical. Biological is very wide, just like the physical. Under the biological, that's where you have courses like microbiology. But you are more familiar with botany and zoology.
Plants and animals.
I hope you understand what is called botany.
Yes.
Study of plants. Then you have zoology, study of what? Animals. So as if we only have two groups of living things. Plant and animal. Study of plant, study of animal. But that biological science is more broader than that. Those are the fundamental science subjects. We talk about fundamental science subjects. We are talking about biology, chemistry, physics. For you to do any science subject, whether it is physical science, biological science, whether it is chemistry, physics, medicine, agric, pharmacy, vet medicine, and so on, you must have your credit pass in fundamental pure science subjects. And those are biology, chemistry, physics. Then of course, English and mathematics is what? Compulsory for all disciplines. So that will make it how many now? 5. So with that 5, you can branch to anywhere you want.
In science.
In science. As far as you want to focus on science as your career, with your English, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, you can do any of the science for your own level. So our own aspect is the biological aspect. It's very wide. So let's go further on biological aspect now. In your biology, from your SS class, we will do biology as a subject. So under that biology as a subject, you have many topics under it that we cover: study of plants, study of animal, and you have a bit of microorganism also. How many of you, okay, if you are familiar with 72 syllabus, you will see that the SS syllabus, you see that there are some aspects that has to talk about maybe microbes and environment, microbes and environment, and so on.
Paramecium. No, those are zoological aspects. If you are talking about amoeba, paramecium, you are talking about zoological aspects. But we are talking about microorganisms now, about some diseases like HIV, cholera, syphilis, and so on, foodborne diseases. We are talking about microbiological aspects. So if you want to look at biological aspect now, biological science, we have the applied one. We have the applied field of biological science. So for you to be under our own course, we are under applied field of biological science. Applied. So you are not just doing pure biology now. You are applying knowledge of biology to solve problems. So those that do pure biology are maybe let's say zoology and the botanists. Zoologists and botanists, they are the ones that study pure biology. Every other one now, microbiology, veterinary medicine, medicine and surgery, agricultural science, optometry, they are all applied biological science. Applied. You want to use that knowledge of biology to solve what? Problems. Let's pick it one by one. Let's pick a medical doctor now. If you are doing MBBS, you are using knowledge of biology, another field, to solve human problems, to solve health challenges. Medical doctor will use knowledge of what? Biology. And other science subjects like physics in particular. But as a medical doctor, you need to know how to read your equipment. You have to have a knowledge of the physics. Also, you have to know about drug. So that's for the medical aspect. For us as a microbiologist now, we are now dealing with the study of what? Microorganisms, all things that we cannot see with our naked eyes. They are amazing, but we cannot see them with our naked eyes. That's what we study as microbiology. Somebody that study agricultural science course now. We study how we can use knowledge of biology to produce more food for the population, more food, more crop, more animal protein for the population. That's their own argument. They are still studying what? They are still studying biology directly. But it is an applied area of biology. Somebody that studies veterinary medicine now he or she is trying to use knowledge of biology to solve animal health challenges. But we are microbiology, we are using knowledge of biology now, knowledge of microorganisms to solve human problem, to solve natural problem. So we are solving human problem, we are solving natural problem. So what is microbiology? Microbiology means from the word micro, small. Biology. Biology means what? Study of what? Life. Study of living things. That's biology. So microbiology study what? Smaller living things that cannot be seen with the naked eyes. That's the theory for now. To every statement, there is usually certain exception, but majority of microorganisms cannot be seen with naked eyes. So that's what we do with microbiology. But not just studying that organism. We are trying to study the organism. We are trying to look at how we can use the organism now to solve human problem. To solve human problem. What are the human problems? To solve medical problem, to solve agricultural problem, to solve environmental problem, to solve industrial problem. Human problem, environmental problem, health problem, and so on. So that's what we deal with in microbiology. So what are the things that we study as a microbiologist? What are the things that we study? We study bacteria. We study fungi, we study viruses. Our major organisms are bacteria, viruses, and fungi. There are other group of organisms apart from this one I have mentioned. You have the bacteriomyces, there are many of them. But we as a microbiologists, we focus more on bacteria, viruses, and fungi. So you can even become a bacteriologist, whereby you only study about bacteria. You can become a virologist, whereby you only study about virus. You can even become a mycologist, whereby you study only about fungi. So you can see that classification I gave you now is based on line of microorganisms. Okay? Bacteria, bacteriologists, fungi, mycologists, virus, virologists. We are very much aware of the happening during the COVID-19 pandemic. What do you think about that? Which fields are more active? Yes. Microbiology. Which other field? I'm not hearing you. Huh? Speak out. Medical doctor. Somebody say microbiology, medical doctor. Yes. Medical laboratory science. Any other field? Biologists. Bacteriologists. But one thing I want to point our attention to is that we are trying to solve problem caused by what? By microorganism. COVID-19. Problem caused by microorganisms. Problem caused by what? By a virus. COVID-19 virus. There was a time we were talking about Ebola. Do you still remember that period? Whereby you have to wash your hand with soap and water in your different school. We are still talking about what? Microorganisms. We are talking about microorganisms. But microorganisms now should not be looked for the adverse effects. But from that, you think that microorganisms are always destructive. No. We have the beneficial one and we have the harmful one. So what we are trying to do during COVID-19 is to prevent the spread of the harmful one, like the COVID-19 virus, like the Ebola virus there. Even sometimes we hear about cholera epidemic. Cholera, when you drink contaminated water or food, one can have what? Cholera. And that means we should not patronize food from dirty environment. Where possible, eat food from your mom, from your parents. Where possible, eat good food from your parents. Where possible. Because I think your parents will prepare your food correctly under the right academic condition. So that's my opinion for you. So we should not look at microorganism in the resulting perspective. We have to look at the beneficial perspective as well. In the destructive one, you can say, okay, they can destroy my shoe, my bag, my book, my bag, my leather this, my leather that. Those are the so they can destroy our material, our book, our leather material, and so on. They can deteriorate some of our material as well. They can cause diseases, like the cholera now caused by. Cholera is a bacterial disease caused by what? So you can get it from eating contaminated food and water. So it's caused by a bacterium called Vibrio. Vibrio. V-I-B-R-I-O. Vibrio. Cholera, you write cholera. You now add E to it. So we should not look at everything from the perspective of the disease they cause or the material they destroy. So now, you can see that sometimes we are vaccinated. I mean, sometimes when we sick, we go to the hospital for what? Vaccination. How are those vaccines produced? Who are those responsible for the production? Which knowledge do they need to have before they can produce vaccine to solve our health challenges? Huh? Yes. Because vaccines, some of them, we have what is called antigen and antibody. We have what is called antigen and antibody. So antigen is like opposite of antibody. Antigen means material that can cause problem to the body. So when you have them in the body now, the body can produce something. It can produce something to counter it. That's the antibody. So microbiologists are trained to have idea of how we can produce our vaccine, whereby they will get that disease now, this is causing everything. They will lower its power, they will reduce its potency, so that it will be weak. When it is now weak, they will now inoculate it into the body of something like mice. So that the body now will not cause much damage to the organism. It will now produce the antibody. So they can now take the blood and get out the what? Antibody. So that antibody now, when we now have this, when we are now inoculated with it or vaccinated with it, that means you have something to counter the what? Antigen. To counter the antigen. Antibody will counter the antigen. So this is still something derived from what? Knowledge of microbiology. If environmental problem. I don't know if there is anyone of us from the Delta region. Delta states, which other state now? Akwa Ibom states, Ondo states, Bayelsa state, where we have oil, violation of our oil pipe by the bandits, and we have polluted environment. So how can we solve that problem? That still comes into what? With the knowledge of microbiology. Because in nature, God said there is nothing on earth that there is no solution to. He said that we have not searched for it, for the right knowledge to get the answer to it. Even for the HIV, with time, there is something to cure it. There is no ailment that people do not provide solution to. So what we are saying is that microbiologists now are trained. From our knowledge, we know that in such area where we have the pollution, there will be organisms that will have adjusted over time. There will be organisms that will have developed potential, ability to tackle the contamination. There will be. So as a microbiologist, now you can go to such an environment and isolate. You get the organism. When you get the organism now, you now do your little work to find out which one you can use. So we can use organism to actually solve our environmental problem as well. And that's why we have we hearing terms like bioremediation. Bioremediation. Bio from what? From life, from living things. Remediation. You are trying to correct something using what? Living things. Using microorganisms. That's bioremediation. So that we are trying to say that the organism can eat up. Let me use the language, eat up the oil or the pollutant in the environment. So microbiology is more than medical aspects. Before I joined university as a lecturer, I've worked in the industry as a microbiologist. I've worked in the pharmaceutical industry. I've worked in food industry as a full-fledged microbiologist. So there, you are like the medical doctor. When you are working in the food production industry, you are the most important personnel there because you will determine the fate of their products. You will determine the fate of their products. You will determine the quality of their raw material before they can use it or not. If you are producing water now, as in what's it called now? Water. So you have to test the water you are using as your raw material. It is the work of the microbiologist to say, okay, this water is good for bottling. Okay, this Indomie is good for consumption. This modified syrup is good for use in curing our ailments. This what is it called now? Antiseptic soap is good for our skin. This Novia lotion is good for our. So anything that we can take either through our mouth or through injection, microbiology can work in any industry. anything that you can eat, either through your mouth, maybe you have to put it to your mouth, to your anus, you can apply to any part of the body. Just know that your job is secured here as a microbiologist. And one thing I learned when I work in the industry is that normally in an industry you have laboratory, you have quality assurance department. Where can you say this product is good for the company because they can send it out. Otherwise, the image of the company will be dented. And we have a regulatory body that monitor what the company are also sending to the populace. So every industry will ensure they have good quality control or assurance department. And I'm telling you, in any industry, our place at the microbiology is secure. Because normally we have like 2 or 3 labs. You have the chemical lab and you have the microbiology lab. Chemical lab now, that's for those that study physical science, like chemistry, like electrical chemistry, like chemical engineering. Many of them is competing for them to become a chemist in that industry. But for all our microbiology, you can see the word now, microbiology lab, not biology lab, not zoology lab, not the food technology lab. You have a lab dedicated to our discipline in any industry that produce whatever can go into our body, whether through our mouth, through our ear, through our eyes, through our anus, anywhere. There must be a microbiology lab. So our job as a microbiologist is very few in the medical aspect. It's okay, I want to work in the hospital. If you are still to work in the hospital, many other people are competing with you here. Those that don't medical and technology now, they are competing with us in the different hospitals because our work is general. We can go into the industry. They cannot go elsewhere. So they are fixed just in the hospital laboratory. They are fixed just in the hospital laboratory. But I can tell you, our society now, the majority of microbiology is making all efforts to ensure that we have our right place in the world, in the laboratories of the hospital. So by that we have somebody that will help us for the legislative aspect of the trouble we have now. We need to stay through it so that our graduates can also work there as a microbiologist in the hospital. But we have a role to play. But they are discriminating against us because they have people at the top of power and they have legislation that ban them for now. But our team is working more on that. But that's not where we actually belong. We are more general. You can work in virtually every other aspect of the human life. Wherever they are producing something you eat, you drink, you put it in your where they produce your intravenous sleep now was where I worked before. Intravenous sleep, our drink. That's why I work. So that's our job as a microbiologist. So I hope you will have a wonderful session with us. So microbiology is one of the disciplines we have under biological science. You know, I told you science is related to. So before, science is just called nature, natural science. Nature, that means study everything. But can someone know everything? No. So we don't have physical, biological. Biological now, you don't have the pure biology, then you have the applied. So applied biology now, microbiology, what is it called now? Veterinary doctor, MBBS, and so on. They are applied field of biological science. So we are meant for industry. We are meant to solve natural problems. We are meant to solve the national problem. Of course, we can also teach, but we teach at higher level, not at lower level. So that's it. I wish you a pleasant session with us here. When I hand over to Dr. And we will thank the next, we will thank our environmental physiology, whether with the Destiny Ever Television Foundation, for giving you the opportunity now to know about the field of microbiology. I didn't know much about microbiology. until when I was giving admission for microbiology. But I try to, in my own behavior, I try to accept whatever I'm doing. If I don't like something, I will leave that thing. If I don't like something, I will leave it. So, microbiology is also a good field that you can actually specialize in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Let's start on again. I was not looking at, we gave him 5 minutes, he's taking 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That is what happens when you have an erudite scholar. Lie away. Or shall we wait? Lie away. And he will just talk. If you say you talk, I can talk for the whole day. As you come from morning, you will talk on microorganisms, on different things. And you will not look at it. Why? Because I've studied over the years. Please clap for him again. As he was talking, I was happy. You know why I'm happy? I organized a career counseling for GSS at Tanker Junction, the opposite Orange Filling Station. There's a school in that place. So we went there with Professor Ijaya in economics, former Dean of Arts and Director of Learning Business School. I went with Professor Ugwade, the Director of Cultural, and also went with Professor Amin, Dr. Aremu, MD of National Delta, River Basin. And then all of them said they don't have time. I don't have time, oh, please. They came home and said, please, time, I have another meeting. When Professor Ijaya started talking, I was begging him to stop. Because he was talking to students like you. And he was happy, he was enjoying it. He was telling them. When Professor Ugwade came too, what he was saying, I was the one that organized program and invited him home. I was learning, because he was talking about his own life to motivate the students. So thank you very much, Professor Iwosuni.